everybody, and welcome to part 1 of 3 of this service. 1 Alpha 34, Piccadilly to Euston. Drive this AWC Avanti West Coast service from Piccadilly to Stockport. Let's get going. And the reason this is going to be split into 3 parts is because we're going to do a service on Manchester Airport commuter from Manchester to Stockport, and then a service on... what is it called? Trent Valley and West Coast Mainline South. So we'll be going from Manchester to London, just missing out the bit between Orderly Edge and Crewe. Which is gutting, because that's all we're missing to do the full journey. And it's what ATS missed out. Yeah, this part of the route should only take 9 minutes, then we'll be over to Trent Valley, which will take about probably an hour and 10, hour and 20. And then we'll be over to West Coast Mainline South, which should take about 40 minutes. So yeah, this will be my first Pendo run on Trent Valley. We've got quite a few minutes out here. Indeed, we're given 3 minutes. That's generous. Off goes a 323 over there. I do like the vibes that Manchester Airport commuter brings. I just wish the route was a little better. TSW6 era anyway. Like, if you went back onto Train Sim World 5 and played this route, it'd probably be amazing. But TSW6 version, not as good. Alright, door interlock. Off we go. 15 mile an hour. I haven't done this route in a very long time, so I'm probably going to keep the HUD on, I'll be honest. Good morning, Maverick. How are you doing? Weather's looking very UK again today. It's looking very yuck. Doing Manchester to Crewe, Crewe to Milton Keynes to Euston. Yes and no. Because of how much route is modelled on here, I can only do... I'm doing Manchester to Stockport, where this train would then go Stockport to Crewe, but we can't drive that. And then we'll go Crewe to Milton Keynes to Euston. So we're doing that sort of, but not really. And we're also using 2 different head codes, because the Manchester Airport commuter timetable is set in 2018, and All Aboard Studios West Coast Mainline Trent Valley timetable, I believe, is 2026. Yeah, hopefully. It's weird that this route is set in 2018 because Avanti didn't exist in 2018. They didn't come until late December 2019. So I don't really know why they did it this way, but I don't even know if Alan Thompson himself really knows, so... Five more days for you poor bastards that bought the 90 on day one. 5 more days until you get your patch. Let's give it some full beans. We'll be up to 65 soon. Have to go now, but have fun. Thank you very much, Maverick. Have a nice day. Oh, 323. Nice. Yeah. Let's get my Pendo a little bit further in front. That's better. Green signal, that's what we like to see. Yeah, this service, I'm hoping, should be over by the time it's 11:30. It's 9:30 now in UK time. So I'm hoping by 11:30 we'll be done. Oh, hang on. Oh, bollocks. Well... it's that set of points where I think 2 Pendos touch on the route. It's weird. Yeah, if you meet a Pendolino there, you're gonna have a little touchy-touchy. Thankfully, this one's just a little bit late, so there was no touchy-touchy. But yeah, I'm enjoying Trent Valley so far. I'd done a Pendo run yesterday, calling at Lichfield, Tamworth, and Milton Keynes, I think it was. Yeah, really fun run. Really, really fun run. Yeah, and it didn't end in a crash, so that's good. No crashes on Trent Valley. Or my first run without a crash on Trent Valley. That's what we like to see. Right, speed comes down to 75 a little bit further up there, so we'll take the power off and coast. But yeah, Mac vibes are amazing. I think the airport branch is probably a little bit nicer, to be honest. This is a little bit like mainline, and because it's so short, it's like a short mainline. But yeah, I think we'll start slowing now. Right, slowly braking into Stockport. Right, there we go, coming into Stockport, where our journey on Manchester Airport commuter is going to come to an end. I'm assuming because this service wouldn't stop at Wilmslow, it just goes straight through. So we'll load up into Trent Valley in a minute and continue the service southbound from Crewe, I would presume. Oh my god, let's not spad. Ah! I didn't spad! I was stopped before the signal, I didn't go past it. Wow, that's my first spad in a long, long while. Okay, let's go on to Trent Valley then. Hello everybody, and welcome to the second part of this journey where we have now changed head code because we're, well, 2018, 2026, 8 years further on. And we are doing 1 Alpha 41 Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston, calling at Milton Keynes and Stafford. No, Stafford and Milton Keynes. If we stop at Milton Keynes first, we'd be in a little bit of trouble. That's alright, we'll just pop it in reverse and go back. There we go. Unisolate the unisolates. DRA. Let's whack it into boost mode. Let's whack it into forward. So that all the things get done. There we go. We got about a minute and a half sat here. I love the noises the Pendo makes when the doors open and close, it's so nice. I've been lifted through Crewe Station. Right, not long to be sat here now. How long do we have at Stafford? 2 minutes at Stafford. And then we're at 14:36 out of Milton Keynes. Probably, or that's probably what time the service starts on West Coast Main Line South. Still no signal, which means we won't be leaving here early, which means we'll probably be getting to Stafford late because of how long this thing takes to accelerate. And I do have a bit of a blocked nose, so apologies if you hear me sniffling or I just sound a little bit under the weather. But yeah. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully no spads, unlike that last one, which I'm convinced we didn't spad on, by the way. Well, I can't go, I've got a red. Oh, there we go. Green. There we go. 24 miles to Stafford. Let's get out of here. Yeah, leaving here at 20 miles an hour. Currently up to 10 miles an hour, so we're halfway there. and as we join in it goes up to 80, but we've obviously got a 9 carriage train, so that won't be instant. Let's get the flock out of here. (110), 16 miles. Right, up to 110, almost up to 125 actually. There it is. I don't believe neutral sections actually affect us today, which will be good. DSD, or vigilance rather. Yeah, I like how it's still got the VT next to the head code for Virgin Trains. As if Virgin Trains haven't been dead like 7 years at this point. That's nuts. 7 years since Avanti took over. My. How'd the time go? But yeah, let's keep putting the power down. And let's get to Stafford real quick. I'll try to anyway. ESD or vigilance rather. There's an 805. Lovely to see those Averos racing about. I do like an IET to drive. It's a shame because, like, I mean, I prefer the IETs to the Voyagers because I'm not a fan of Voyagers. But I much prefer the HSTs to an IET just because British and, you know, heritage and all that. And I feel like, I don't know, the HSTs just had a lot more character, whereas the IETs just don't really hold much character. Maybe they would if there was less of them, but yeah, I don't know. weird. Maybe give it 30 years time when they're about to go. It'll be like, oh, I really, you know, missed the IETs. I don't think anybody will be saying that from a comfort perspective. I remember Jeff Marshall saying in one of his videos that Thameslink 700 seats were approved for like up to 2 hours of comfort. You sit on those Thameslink seats for 2 hours, you're gonna notice. And it's not comfort. I don't know why they've called it comfort, but it certainly isn't. I'm not sure if it was the 700 now. I think it was, but I don't know. We've got 10 minutes to do 14 miles. That is a bit steep, but I reckon we can do it. We've got that little bit where you have to slow down to 115, and obviously we're going to have to slam on coming up towards Stafford probably to slow down for the 25, but yeah, I'm sure we can do it, or get close enough to it. We have 2 minutes there, so if we're a minute late, it doesn't really matter. Any more than that and we'll probably be leaving a little bit late. Vigilance is going like the clappers today. There's some 350s, 12 car 350, wow. Nice. There's a warning for a neutral section, but that won't affect us. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Trent Valley so far, and it appears like I've been having more YouTube interaction than ever before in the comments and in the likes and stuff, so it's clear to see that you guys seem like you're enjoying it as well, so if you are, please sure to like and subscribe, and maybe go over to my Twitch, Liam Plays Games, and follow on Twitch. But yeah, I do appreciate all your support, it's mental. Nearly 400 subscribers, like what? Sorry? Since when? Might also have a bit of different style content coming out soon, so watch this space. Watch this space. DSD. Nine miles to Stafford. I believe the speed decrease is about 7 miles from Stafford. That took a lot of brain power then to think of it. But yeah, doing TSW huddless is fun. You know, I drove this exact way in a Pendo yesterday, so maybe I should try and keep it huddless the whole run. Well, like, that ain't gonna go well, is it? Maybe I should have done a Pendo run northbound. A lot of the Manchesters actually go via Birmingham. So, yeah. Maybe one day if we saw like a Milton Keynes Birmingham route, then we could do that. But then I don't think that would sell anywhere near the same as Trent Valley. I think Trent Valley is amazing and I don't think anything could live up to it. West Coast mainline wise, modern day anyway. Obviously Crew Preston's looking like a different beast. Right, there goes off the line, so isn't it just here? Yeah. Well, that's a bit extreme on the brakes. But if it gets us slowed down, it gets us slowed down, I suppose. 4 viewers in the chat, thank you very much. If you haven't already, please do drop a follow. Yeah, if you have made it this far in the video, thank you very much for doing so, I do really appreciate it. We're now coming through this abandoned station, which I have no idea what it's called, to be honest with you, but I know it's abandoned. I think I'm going to do a freight service tomorrow. Will I have the time to? Probably in the evening. Yes. During the day, no. Probably not. $125. Hello, 390. $4 miles to Stafford. It's probably best to just coast, really, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just coast. Be a bit of an efficient driver, you could say. Using coastal methods, not using too much energy resources. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's 350. I saw a 390 on the slow lines while doing a 390 run yesterday. It was bizarre. This left is where you start to come up towards Stafford. I think, anyway. Yeah. Certainly is. But a bit of brake step 2 on, because we got to slow down to 40 at least. Double yellows, not flashing though, interestingly. Just momentarily put it on step 3 braking. Let's now take it back to step 2. Yeah, we've got a position light. Yeah, I need to come down to 25. We can keep it going for a little bit longer. Oh look, there's a Pendo coming through Stafford now. Yeah, always found it bizarre how those ones go through Stafford at 30 miles an hour, but we have to stop. It's bizarre. Because this is really where the Trent Valley route now. Like that bit before was probably just some plain old West Coast Main Line. Well, the bit between Stafford and Rugby, that's the bit you're all here to see. And then Rugby to Milton Keynes, again, that's just West Coast Main Line. Because the Trent Valley really is Staffy to Rugby? Yeah. Rugby to Stafford. Staffy to Rugby. Nice. Another Pendolino friend. I actually got overtaken by a Pendolino at Lichfield yesterday. It's quite nice. I was held at Lichfield for a couple minutes. And I believe we're 2 minutes early. Would you look at that? Some efficient braking and we're there. Right, no spad today. Let's stop well in advance, please. Yeah, there we go. Into neutral and doors open on the left hand side.
Number 1352, Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Milton Keynes Central and London Euston.
Yeah, the train's gone blurry, which is interesting, but it's not gone blurry on the inside, so it doesn't really matter. We have got a green signal now, which means we can leave at 51:30, so we've got a minute and a half sat here. No, there's no point in getting out of the seat, actually. So we'll only just need to get back in it. We've got F for what I can only assume is fast, because we are completely fast now to Milton Keynes, which is about 70 odd miles. Possibly even 80 miles. No, probably about 76, I reckon. Yeah, big shock. An Avanti West Coast service on time. I'm calling bullshit. That's Pendo's just left. Let's save it. Nice. Yeah, I like that when it goes blurry in the 390. None of the inside is affected. I mean, I'd like it to just not go blurry full stop, but that doesn't appear to be an option, really. It appears to not be a simple fix. And DTG probably wouldn't have ever fixed it if it didn't start affecting sales of new stuff that they were putting out because it was blurry. There we go. 25 miles an hour out of here. Goes up to 85 soon. Nice. Should we cool the passengers down? Should we cool our vegetables? Eat. I wasn't far off, it's 78 miles. Nice. Oh. Up to 85. We got what? What's that? About 40 minutes? 45 minutes to get to Milton Keynes. 45 minutes to 78 miles. Fucking hell, they're open a lot of us. That's what? Almost a mile every 2 minutes. It's probably like a mile every... No. It's like 2 miles a minute. Or probably a mile and a half every minute. Which is probably doable, to be fair. Depending on what we get stuck behind. So forever the optimist. Right, speed limit's going to come up to 90. Which it will do so. We're currently only going 70 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then it will come up to 100 soon. Now this is like countryside. Yeah. This route is probably my favourite route just because it doesn't go anywhere near Birmingham, which is always good for our safety and security. It's weird to be on a TSW train now and not hear announcements. Oh, there's an Xbox sale apparently. I did not know that. We'll have a look at what's in the sale then. Right. Apologies, peeps. Ah. Just looks like American stuff, to be honest. Come on. No, 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 no. Speed set, speed set. There we go. Santa Fe F7 is 60% off. Cajon Pass 60% off. Santa Fe on Cajon Pass 30% off. New York Stamford 20% off. That's a fairly recent release. That's a good deal, that. Amtrak Acela 60% off. Hamstreck Hamburg 80% off. Sam Patch Raid 70% off. Let's coast now. And it looks like that's it. I wonder if there's a sale for like the TSW5 DLC. I might have to go have a look actually. There we go. Comes down to 90. No lower than 90 though, please. Because I've not really made an indent into that mile counter, but I suppose we're still twisting and turning. $125. Soon enough. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this video should come out on the 12th of June. I'm filming it on the 11th, so yeah. Shouldn't be, yeah, shouldn't be too long now till, well, shouldn't be, if you're watching the video in the time before the 17th, those sales will still be on. "40 minutes to 71 miles, we really better get our foot down." Rugeley Trent Valley. I'm starting to know some of the stations now, which is good. You're joking. Oh, not a 75 for a TSR. I moaned about never getting TSRs on this route, now I'm getting them all the time. So annoying. Right, off we go, back up to 125. TSR is now in the bin, 67 miles from Milton Keynes. Right, back in chat. Oh, hello. What's that about? No idea. Probably just a faulty magnet. DSD. $63 miles. Where is this? Where is this? This is Litchfield. Nice. $323 up here. Leaving in a couple minutes. Right, off we go. We are flying along now. Evero, 805 again. Tamworth, oh, 170, hello, we'll say hi. Blurry 170. Interesting, anything coming this way? What's that? Rugby ball, probably. Because you know, rugby is where rugby was invented, I do believe. Looks like that's signed down for Tamworth. Could never be us. Straight to MK. Let's save it actually, just so we don't lose 20 miles of progress. I mean, the Pendo's the only train I've driven on this route that hasn't crashed, so... 55 miles. Sorry, there's not much commentary. I'm just sort of watching the miles go by. Sort of watching the route go by. It's really nice. Yeah, you guys let me know, what is your favourite station on this route? And what is your favourite journey to do on this route? Like, what's your favourite sort of service stopping pattern? Don't mind the 350 runs, they're just a bit oof for me. I'll have to do it again, but going northbound. When a patch comes out for this route that fixes the crashing, I'll do it going northbound. 100 miles an hour. Speed comes down 2 and 3 miles. Let's start coasting then. Brilliant. We start coasting as soon as it becomes a downhill grade. A bit of brake step 1 in then. I think we'll go down to like 97 and put it in 4 beans. And put speed set on to set it to 100. Never mind, it doesn't really look like that's going to be worth it. Thought I could get away with coasting that last little bit, not quite. There we go. Right, goes up to 110, and if I hold off a little bit, it'll go up to 125. That's the sign for the 125, so start accelerating now, and then we can go all the way up to 125. Yeah, I probably could have accelerated as soon as it went up to 110 rather than waiting, but hey, 48 miles to Milton Keynes, and what's that, 26 minutes to do 48 miles. I don't know why that, did I not press speed set? Interesting behaviour. It's trying to limit me to 120 then, so what's the point? Where does that go? So let's go around the trees. Speed set. somewhere mysterious. Oh, it's Nuneaton, so probably left, right, anywhere. Over, under, up, down. Don't think I've passed Nuneaton a single time without it being blurry. Which is a shame. Yeah, it really is a shame that this route goes blurry, because it's such a good route. Does that line not come over the top of us? Obviously not. But yeah, this route's really, really interesting. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's really, really, really good fun. One, two, five. Sorry about that, I just had to disconnect my microphone. I just passed a 350, which was really nice, but yeah, still cruising at 125. Vigilance just going off there. Yeah, really enjoying this route. It's really nice. The Pendo's really easy to drive. Such a fun route to just watch go by. Vigilance. 20 minutes to do 36 miles. I don't think we're going to do it, you know. The timing on here is savage. It's absolutely ruthless, man. Yeah, just keep going. Keep going. Keep trying to get up to some decent speed as well. But yeah, they've done a really good job of sort of making the track around look really vibrant and really nice, but making the track, making the scenery that you can't see behind the trees really flat and 2D, so it doesn't affect performance, which is really, really nice, really, really good. 34 miles, but then Medway Valley has proved that you can have high scenery and no blurries. So yeah. You guys let me know what you think of that. We're approaching... Is it Rugby at this stage? Might be Rugby. Or is it Atherstone, then Rugby? Not too sure. But yeah, really, I mean, look at that. That's awesome. That's immaculate. This is Rugby, I'm fairly certain of it. I mean, just look at this. Look how much track there is around. It's awesome. Oh my god, freight train. That DB cargo with some J&As. Nice. I want to do the DRS Tesco trains. That'll be sick. But just 30 miles now down to Milton Keynes. Is it Atherstone and Wolverton? I don't know. Have we been past Atherstone yet? Not too sure, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, now this is just the West Coast main line. Because the Birmingham services are back. So this is where it will pick up in traffic again. Speed limit down to 110. I want to say that there was just red. Not red, it couldn't have been red. Yellow. Double yellow rather. See, it's already picking up already. Here's an Avanti Pendolino. Good day to you, my good sir. This tunnel's great, I really like this tunnel. nice to see this tunnel when it isn't blurry. Unfortunately, that's not the case now. I mean, look at that. That's an eyesore and a half. $125. Let's get up there. My driving today has been terrible. Right, speed set is on. Let's go. Yeah, this route has come down really quick. I can't believe we're 22 miles away already. It's nuts. Where have the miles gone? It's nuts, because it's like, it doesn't even feel like we've been driving that long. Right, and we are back. Sorry about that, just had to take a quick pause. We'll have to take another one in like a few minutes. But yeah, just holding the speed down to 120. So that's what the speed limit is at the moment. God, my voice is awful today. Yeah, we'll just keep it at 120. This tunnel's nice as well. There's a lot of really good architecture on this route. Right, let's put it into 125 speed set. we go. Is this... No, it's not the bridge with the lions on it. 16 miles to Milton Keynes. .805, I think that was. Right, continuing on this journey. Oh my god, will this thing shut up? Always beeping. There we go. Yeah, thank you very much if you have made it this far in the video. 13 miles from Milton Keynes now, considering that we started all the way in Manchester. That's quite a long journey for just about an hour and 20 minutes, but given the time I was paused, probably about an hour and 10. I'm going to save it, because we've driven a long way without saving. And if the game crashed now, I would be very, very upset. Yeah, 12 miles in 7 minutes. Is it possible? Probably not. Are we going to try? Yeah. Does vigilance go off every 90 seconds then? Or is it every 30? Let's wait for it to go off again. Right, green signal. 390. Yeah, and then after this we'll take it down on West Coast Main Line south. Milton Keynes all the way to London Euston. Now the slow line's back with us from Northampton. Yeah, here we go. $10 miles to Milton Keynes. Now 9.9, right? Soon. Yeah, I think it's every... I think it might be every 60. Every 60 seconds. 9.8. Because now we're twisting, and this is where we're flying down towards Milton Keynes. Or words to that effect, anyway. I think we've got the Just Trains Preston Crew preview today, which will be sick to watch. Wonder what's going to happen in it. Anything interesting? Hopefully we'll get to see the 20, the 47 and the 86/4. But I don't know if that's a bit much for one stream. They might leave a little bit for Dovetail's preview, which I believe is the week after. Is it on the 18th maybe? But yeah. 7.2 miles to Milton Keynes. Cowles over there on the right. 6.7, 6.7, 6.7. About 3 miles we'll see Wolverton Station. Wolverton looks like a nice station. Could be a place to do some train spotting. I wonder if the Birmingham services, or the services that go via Birmingham, are playable twice. From Stafford to Crewe, and Milton Keynes to Rugby. Because I wouldn't mind if they didn't include them, and they only kept them as Birmingham Crewe. Just because, I don't know, that's what Birmingham Crew's sort of there for, innit? 5 miles. Might be more like 2.5 away, Wolverton. Nice. Hello Evero, little 805 there. Then we go left and then we swing round quite drastically to the right. It's like wee. Right, we're now about 3 miles away, so we'll start coasting. Tracing wild. We're 2 miles away, so let's save. Nice. Sorry for all the saves, but like, it's gotta be done. Right, step 2 brake, really need to slam on it. Need to slam on a little bit harder than this. Because the signals here are quite tight, bloody hell. Right, slowly coming into a stop at Milton Keynes. Can't wait to go home. Well, say go home. Go to London, I mean, not home. I was thinking about going home. I don't know why. I am at home. No, I was thinking about being at work, and then being at work, I'd want to go home. That's why. Can't wait, got the day off tomorrow. Actually got something fun planned for tomorrow, which never normally happens. Well, I say that'll be today, as of this going live on YouTube. But yeah, here we are at Milton Keynes. The All Aboard Studios version looks a lot better than the Dovetail Games version. Yeah, what a route this is, man. We're actually somewhat on time as well. "16 seconds late. Right. But yeah, I shall quickly transfer us over to the third part of this video, where we will take a Pendo from Milton Keynes to London Euston on the Evero reduced timetable. So hello everybody and welcome to the final part of this service. 1 Alpha 41 Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. Drive this train between Milton Keynes and London Euston. Calling out just London Euston. It's one of the ones that doesn't actually want you to stop any. It doesn't actually want me to open the doors here, which means it's a fake stop, which is a bit annoying, but hey. So as soon as we get this thing started, let's get the flock out of here. Hey, running. Boost mode. Come on. Let's get it. Hello, Maverick. How are you doing? Right, let's get out of here again. 44 miles to London Euston. Right, let's get out of here. 125 all the way just before Watford, comes down to 110, and it goes back up to 125, and then it slows down in stages after Wembley. Right, let's go into 4, get the HUD off, and let's go. Yeah, what a route Trent Valley is. It's nice to do one video that integrates, well, technically two services, but I've done them all at a similar time. That integrates 3 routes: Mac, Trent Valley, and West Coast Main Line South. Yeah, what a route. What a route. Really nice run down there. Didn't really commentate much, I'll be honest, on the Trent Valley as much as I should have. But there wasn't really much to speak about. You're just sort of watching the miles go by on that sort of route. We are indeed in the all-important boost mode. Spicy engines. Yeah, there is an Xbox sale going on at the moment. So if you're watching this before the 17th of June, check out the Xbox store because that sale is still active. And yeah, and unfortunately you just missed the deluxe edition being 70% off, And just before that, the standard edition I think was about 60% off. Which is what I ended up getting. $350. Coming through Bletchley at 100 miles an hour. Got places to be today. Stay back. Well, that's a lot of Ford Transits. There's West Coast Rail, whatever it's called. East-West Rail. 66, wow, on the Evero reduced timetable. Bloody hell. Let's put on a load of empties, there's a Pendo. Has anybody seen the Class 70 footage from Trains and Society's video yesterday? I have, and I'm excited. The horn sounds naff. Not all aboard Studios version of it, like the actual horn, because that probably is what it sounds like IRL. It sounds a bit naff. $40 miles, and we don't have to slow down to Evero speeds, thank God. Well, I was saying that the Evero would be comfortably 110, probably 2 miles out of Milton Keynes, 3 miles out of Milton Keynes, if that. Right. There we go. But yeah, when you're watching this, it should be out on the 12th of June. Hello, Philby Train fan. How are you doing? Good. DSD. Or vigilance rather, because DSD doesn't make a noise or whatever it is. This looks like a very nice place to live. Rural and down south. It's mad that we can go 35 miles an hour around here quicker than an Evero. Because the Everos can only do 90, we can do 125. And yet Avanti reckon it's the same. Or there's no loss, or there's no increase in journey times because they accelerate and brake much quicker. What happens when those accelerations, what happens when the brakes aren't as good, and what happens when the acceleration isn't as good? I wonder. Coming through Leighton Buzzard. Have some of that. Stand back. I'm pretty sure they were behind the yellow line, but still. Shouldn't be on the fast platforms. There's no services on the fast platforms. Not 2:45 anyway. Before this was West Coast Main Line. This is West Coast Main Line. It's West Coast Main Line South though, not West Coast Main Line Trent Valley. Yeah, I've taken a service all the way from Manchester Piccadilly, sort of. We went Manchester Piccadilly to Stockport, then we're missing the route between Well, this one wouldn't have stopped at Wilmslow, so we're missing the route from Stockport to Crewe, so I couldn't do that bit. So I've gone Manchester, Stockport, Crewe, Milton Keynes, and now we're on our way to Euston. Yeah, these long journeys are fun. Tiring, but fun. And I'm so glad when we see the end of it in 33 miles time. Apparently 15 plus 9, 24 minutes time. There's a 350. Going for a stop again. Why are you on the fast platforms? There's no services. They'd be locked up IRL and you wouldn't actually be able to access them. I did a longish run the other day, I agree, and they are fun. What sort of run did you do? Where do you come from? Where do you go? Where do you... No, that's not. That song's a banger, by the way. That's what you should call a spider. Cotton Eye Joe. Because all you need to know is where did he come from and where did he go. 30 miles from Euston. Train Sim Classic, Rugby to Stafford, Stafford back to Rugby, then Rugby to Wilston Freight Yard. Oh, that must have been long. Was Rugby to Wilston in a 90? Hello 350. Wow, why was the front white? I don't know. The yellow front didn't load. Weird. The southbound road from Stafford to Wilston was in a 70. Oh, okay. Nice. The TSW6 is going to be fun. I just hope it's not overpriced. I wonder how much better the performance of the next generation of consoles. Boston 27 is available for pre-order, and I even saw someone had uploaded a first look video with gameplay, I do believe. Is Boss Simulator 27 something you're interested in? Hello 350. I hope it's got multiplayer, and more specifically crossplay. Because it normally does have multiplayer, but I don't think it's had crossplay. One, 2, 5. Cruising at 125 on West Coast Mainland South, really, it makes this route the joy that it is. Going through Berkhamsted, is that a 12 car 350? Not really sure I should hear the door chimes of the 350 through the window of this 390, but you know, it is what it is. Still 125. I wonder what the split on the EPS boards is for, because some EPS boards will be like 115 or 125, so I wonder if the 115 in that case would be for like the Voyager or something. 24 miles from Euston. So 2 more miles and we're halfway there. Here's a Pendo. Hello, Pendo. Come to think of it, I've actually not done a single service that stopped at Rugby. Oh, sorry, I've not done a single Avanti West Coast service that stops at Rugby. I wonder if it's all the Birminghams, or all the ones that go via Birmingham. Not sure. I think this is Hemel Hempstead, I believe. There's a 350. Yep, that is certainly Hemel Hempstead. It's weird because Hemel Hempstead's a fairly big place, but by the look of that, it looks like some deserted village. Another freight. There's 2 freights just this video. Actually, plus the one I saw at Rugby, that's 3. It's like freight mad hour. Uh-oh, TSW Dynamic Weather has entered the chat. This absolute. Yes. So the next one, Kings Langley. And then after that it comes down to 110. Here we come through Kings Langley. Let's start slowing down for the 110. Just make sure people are staying back. In fact, the 110 might be coming up quicker than I realise. Yeah, that should be good. And that's speed set on. There's the 110 limit. Oh, hang on. What the fuck? Up. I can't see. Lights are on. No one's home. Wow, don't know what that was. My headphones done a weird thing, so I plugged them out. I tried plugging them back in again, and it was like, no, don't recognise this. Bus says it has full cross-play and ability to play cooperative with up to 4 players. Oh my god, amazing. Now, if they could actually make a good game, then maybe that would be tempting. So yeah, hopefully the game's good. Or will it be a case of game's gone? Right, up to 125. It's on my list, but we'll have a look when it comes out before I decide. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think anybody can blame me for that one, especially with Bus Sim 21. 18 was alright. I just think, again, the physics were a bit poo. But other than that, 18 was okay. An update to CTS yesterday. Is that going to slow down to 120? Yeah, of course it is. DSD. I have 18 but not 21, fair enough. Was pleased to see the CTS update, yeah. I mean, I haven't played it, but I don't know how much they actually changed. There's 350, or a double 350. It's just good to know they're still developing it. I wonder how far that new tram away is from release. Probably by, well, this is the last month of the second quarter, so probably, I don't know, maybe Q3? I mean, they said Vienna's coming Q4 this year, right? They now have a dedicated camera for the ticket machine. Oh, as in like an in-game camera for the ticket machine, so you no longer have to zoom in. That's sick. That's awesome. I'm glad. I was like, I thought you meant like CCTV camera. I was like, that's a bit over the top. But no, like a camera as in like POV sort of thing. Can he see? 710, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think only the 4-car 710 is used on this. It's mad to actually think, right? In the time it takes one of the 710s to go from London to Watford, which is about 50 minutes. You could have probably gone all the way up to Rugby that time. A game camera, I could not access the machine as a PC player. Maybe it was me, maybe it was the game, not sure. I used to press one of the D-pad buttons that would zoom in and then just use the controls that way. But I'm not sure if that works for everybody. I don't know, maybe mouse wheel would have done it. Then setting up, maybe you tried mouse wheel at that point, right down to 110. I can do that. Looking forward to the new tram. Reminds me of some old trams that used to run around Melbourne. Nice. I really want to get the C2 DLC. But they're making a Citaro C2 for the bus, for the Hamburg add-on, so yeah, not sure. If it goes on sale, I'll pick it up. Yeah, not long now till the end. Let's save it now. We're coming past Wembley Yard and all that nonsense. Whoa, laggy a bit. Right, down to 105 up there. There's quite a lot of signals. That a dual 350? Indeed. 8-car 350. Or 2 4-car 350s, which makes an 8-car consist. Yes, really confusing way to say something simple. Bosh. Right, down to 80, not long after the 105. Would help if I could actually see. Evero! No, it's not. That's a 350. Why did I think that was an Evero? Oh my god. Oh. Right, this is now Queen's Park. This is now proper London. I don't know what doing X did. Nothing. X has no bind. There we go. Down to 55 and then 50. I don't think the southbound runs much because they always used to crash. Surprised the controllers made it this far as well. Let's just not overcomplicate things. Let's just go down to 50. It's not like there's anything behind us, is it? Evero! That actually is an Evero. And I want to say, is that an unblurry Evero? Holy crap. Oh, I don't know. It's not fully blurry, but it's not unblurry. Yeah, we'll continue slowing down to 50. Why not? 2.1 miles left of this journey. Just blowing that guy's eardrums off. It'd be quite fun to do some of the 802 diverts. Because 802s, GWR were using Euston around Christmas time for some of their diverts. I think it was around Christmas time, maybe it was around New Year's actually, not too sure. But there was a time recently where they were using Euston instead of Paddington, which is bizarre. I don't know how they would have got to Euston. Maybe via them. Oh. Everybody, we are now 3.5 miles out from Euston again. We are coming in. Or trying to, anyway. It's weird that. No crash on Trent Valley, but crash on West Coast Main Line South. Bizarre. I mean, I don't know. Work normally fluctuates, to be honest. I mean, that's the joys of working in a convenience store. It could either be packed or it could either be empty. There's that Evera again. Hello. Jewel 805 then. Hang on a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. LOL. Oh, I'm such an idiot. In my defense, I had already done that in the previous go. So that was already done and dusted. Wow, the light from the end of the tunnel just disappeared. It's a bit savage. Where's the light gone? There it is. Not really sure I'd call that light at the end of the tunnel, but hey. We're going over this bit. I like this bit. This bit's weird. Let's try and slow it down to 40. I mean, probably a bad place to try and slow it down, really. Right on the top of a downhill. There's Camden sidings. There we go. Looks like we might have a clear path in. Nice. Double yellow. We're up to 77 followers, by the way. Thank you very much to everybody for following recently. And in the past as well. We are getting there. Close to the big 100. Right, 25. Platform 6. I'm going to slow down a little bit more just because we're coming downhill. Lots of places have we seen the HS2 works. It's weird because there's so many places that you see the HS2 works, which means surely it's taking a very similar route to the Trent Valley line. And if it is, why didn't you just upgrade the Trent Valley line to higher speed? Because, oh, then we can have more capacity. What's the point in having more capacity if nobody can afford HS2 anyway? Do you know what I mean? Don't really get the thought process, but hey. That's a completely separate topic for a completely separate day. What I am glad about is that I can see the end of the platform. Sort of, almost. Oh, another Evero. Is that an 807? Indeed. Nice. Yeah, platform 6 here at London Euston is going to be the end of our Manchester to London Euston journey. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Let's stop, please. Yeah, let's get the doors open. And that has been the end of this journey. Oh, we had 390001. Didn't even notice. Yeah, thank you all very much. Look at this Evero. Nice. Ooh. Nice. Is it blurry? I can't quite tell. No, it looks good in there. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one. Enjoy the Xbox sales if you are an Xbox user, and I shall see you all in the next one. Take care. Goodbye. Why isn't it finishing unloading passengers, please? There we go. We're a minute early as well.